Honoka'a actually has an interesting place in the history of the Hawaiian movement.
An effort is underway in Honoka'a to establish the Hawaiian Cultural Center of Hamakua.
It's just a place where we can get together. It's going to be very community driven, but our goal is to be able to house many of the classes we've been doing. I've been teaching in Honoka'a.
The man spearheading the project is Hawaiian cultural practitioner Lanakila Manguel.
Honoka'a is very famous for being a plantation town, but when people want to come and learn more history, for me, I like to share more than that. There's a lot more to Hamakua than just sugar plantations.
We met up with Lanakila recently at the future site of the center on Mamane Street.
So, yeah, the history, this building is actually, we all know it as the old Ujiki store, but it's originally the Ujiki family. This is the original building, which is actually the west half of this building. Actually was built in 1915, so it makes 100 years old. This half of the building was built a little time later. I think it was in the 20s, I believe. And then later on, it was actually connected. I remember this place growing up as it was Earl's Snack Shop. And then for a while, it was Auntie Terry's material shop, and had the antique shop. And so this place it's been vacant for a number of years. And it was actually another uncle who works next door, Salvation Army. Uncle Albert was actually just kind of stopped me one day. He was like, I could really see you guys dancing in here. It's beautiful old wood floors, and these floors are really worn out by heavy traffic just over so many years. But nice smooth floors, good for hula. But just historical pictures of Honoka'a. They have this is really neat. I'm loving these pictures, but it's from it's a pa'u parade that took place. I think it was actually right after the war. But here we have actual pa'u riders and stuff coming right into Honoka'a. This is Honoka'a school on the football field, and we have a lot of historic pictures of our valley of Waipi'o. This is a neat one too, getting to see the river mouth, how it was and maintained. It's a big thing for us here. Hamakua, we are actually the moku that holds Mauna Awakea. Mauna Awakea is in our borders, and it's interesting. When we look through Mo'olelo, we have a much kuleana to that mountain, and so we're actually we help to educate our. I think we have a special responsibility to uphold and protect Mauna Awakea. As well as Waipi'o, two very important piko or epicenters of Hawaiian culture, especially for the Big Island. Waipi'o, Mauna Awakea are two very sacred places, and it's so to establish and get our Hawaiian people grounded here, and just the people of this area connected and a deeper connection to where they're at or where they're visiting.
Supporters have organized a Kickstarter campaign to fund the effort.
Our goal on the Kickstarter is $20,000. That will help cover our rent and utilities for 1 year. And the other fundraiser that we're doing, we're pursuing for pledges. We're trying to find individuals out there who could help support this vision, and we're asking for a pledge of $50 a month for 6 months, and that would help us to establish ourselves for the first 6 months and to get us in the door. But with that kind of support, and I have a really strong emphasis on having the community invest on here. I did a lot of work in the past with nonprofits and stuff, and pursuing grants, and it's just not the same. When your money is coming from outside, you don't always have the community support because the community is not the one investing. So we're looking to get that help to start up that money by grassroots, by really being from the people. So the people, it's another way of also the people understanding that they are part of this place, and not just we're just going to pull money from the sky out of some other grant. And then also too, if you don't do the work to do it, you don't really appreciate it. So actually having our community work to make this, and that's something that's really been a dream. I helped to help spark it, but that's all I was a spark. It really is a huge community effort. We have so many people of all different kind of backgrounds helping to get this established, just because they believe in the vision here and what we could do and how we can help our community with this place.